Hey everybody, this is Dust for Dusted on Gaming. Just a friendly reminder, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you like what you see, please hit that thumbs up or comment if you have something useful and constructive to say. Alright, so this is our 100 treasure chest challenge with Boros Burn in Modern. Right now we're sitting on 32 treasure chests of 100. We're trying to do it in the month of October, but it looks like we're going to have to spread it over into November. I just wasn't able to solely concentrate on this enough to, you know, I would have had to play probably every moment of Magic I've played to this month to get to 100, so good to know what a good target is. I was just wanted to do an aggressive target thing here, but it looks like something like this will take 2 months. So far we've played 10 friendly leagues with Burn, so good gauge for how long it takes to grind something like this. Alright, well, the queue's taking a little bit long this morning, but could always bring the Excel sheet over while we're waiting. So overall record 37 and 13. Game record 82 and 42. So match win percentage is 74%. Game win percentage is currently 66%. And that is our queue. So we're going to go ahead and fire in. Actually be on the play, which is a huge positive, something we didn't see a whole lot of. This hand is definitely on the I don't want to keep this hand range. This hand's a trap. Gonna keep it, but this hand's a trap. Should never keep a 4-lander. It's a trap. Especially in what might be the burn mirror. Yep, looks like the burn mirror. Maybe it's not the burn mirror. Interesting. This could be another... Not honestly sure what deck this is. Pyromancer with some weird... Looks like Hollow One with a really bad draw. Yep. It's just Hollow One with a really bad draw. You have to attack. I mean, I don't know what your... It's going to fire off one Helix here, hold the other one back in case we... Yeah, in case we do that. This was definitely the danger, keeping the hand we kept. Big fishy. Five, 7, 8. 8 damage currently. They kept a poor hand, but so did we, so we flooded out, they didn't. Is that going to be lethal? So 12 damage here. Guess we go Helix Face, and if they have Land Bolt, we're dead. That's fine. So that's 5, 10, puts us to 2. If you have Land Bolt, we're dead. That's cool. Come on, deck, one time. Alright. Against Hollow One, we want Rest in Pieces. Some amount of Path to Exiles. Maybe Searing Bloods here. Not hugely interested in Eidolon. And then Lava Spike's kind of the other card that can go. It's definitely a weird hand, but I think we keep it. Mm-hmm. Lavamancer is pretty terrible in the face of Rest in Peace here. Mm-hmm. I should have just killed the Lavamancer there. They killed Swift Spear with a... They killed Swift Spear with a bolt. I didn't block with it. And I only had 1 mana up, so I wouldn't have been able to, save it anyway. Yeah, I definitely would have saved it if I could have, but... So put us to 3, so that puts us in range of bolts. We have... Alright, well... Now it's just 2 draws better, I guess. So we draw a mountain. Alright. It was a kind of frustrating loss to Hollow One there. Having to path them so many times, just fed into them. Being able to hard cast Hastiger there. So how's everyone doing this morning? Hope everybody's having a good day where they're at. Been having an interesting morning so far. We streamed some Golgari mid-range on Standard, and then doing a little bit of the Burn Challenge here in Modern. Last couple leagues have gotten off to some rough starts. We were able to rally back for the 3-2 last time, but definitely shouldn't have kept a greedy hand. Yeah, I know. Doesn't make it any less frustrating sometimes. Game 1, I think I lost because I kept a greedy hand. Should almost never keep a 4-lander. Like, I kept that 4-lander knowing it was bad and knowing our Swift Spear had to do some work. And we just continued to draw lands, so. Yeah, specifically Burn. I agree there. Four-lander, I shouldn't have kept it. I really hope this isn't... No, 2 different players. Alright, I mean... kind of frustrating here, but... not a matchup I generally want to see a lot of. Hollow One's one of Burn's probably closer to rougher matchups, especially if they have like Collective Brutality here. Man, that Collective Brutality is such a beating. Yeah, I guess we play Eidolon, but there's a good chance their play next turn is just to play a big fatty. So. This could set them up to play some hollow ones, I guess. What, Collective Brutality? I think Collective Brutality is a really good card. It's just really crappy for Burn to see. Now they get to get back their Flamewake Phoenix and a Bloodghast. Nope, no Bloodghast. Alright. That's a positive, at least. I hate taking this much damage off of our spells. But what else are we going to do here? Question is, do we go face here, or do we hit the hollow one? Shh. Another Eidolon. Yay. Hmm. Four, six. I think we let damage resolve. Should have used the blaze there, but on the off chance they had a bolt, we would have gotten blown out. So it's just better that we do it this way. Yeah, I gotta erase him. I was just trying to think what was the best way to mitigate the hollow one there. Like, depending on what this is, we might be ahead in the race, but if this is a delve threat or another brutality, wow, that's super ballsy. Now we're just locked out by our own Eidolon, huh? And they get to kill us with, yeah. Good play by the opponent. That's why I honestly think it's one of the rougher matchups for Burn. They get to play a lot of big idiots, and they get to, you know, they have some real explosive draws. Well, there was nothing we could top deck there that would get us out of that situation, actually. I mean, the hand's okay. It's not something I'm excited about. They have Blood Moon, too? Wow. They really hate Burn. Nine, 11, 13 power. Alright, 2 fast and brutal losses to Hollow One. Alright, I'll be back in one short minute here. Alright, we're back. It's kind of funny because I haven't seen much Hollow 1 lately, and then all of a sudden, here's 2 in a row, have fun. Yeah. No kidding, right? Swamp doesn't tell us much. That, however, indicates possibly Eldrazi taxes here. Must have been debating between a kill spell and a Inquisition here. So the two things to try to mitigate here in this game are trying to play around Thalia and trying to play around that play indicates to me they have Thalia. Alright, that second land will help. Means we'll be able to trigger landfall on Searing Blaze. Okay, so they are Eldrazi taxes, and we do want to get our hand as empty as possible. So yeah, we want to play around Thalia and what's his name as much as possible here. Tide Hollow Scholar. Yeah, gotta let this one resolve. They'll probably take Searing Blaze, force us to burn Lightning Helix on this. Can't do it with the trigger on the stack because of the templating. Yeah, they're forcing us to use Helix here. Which really sucks resource-wise, but it only gets in 1 point of damage, but it's better than just losing the cards, so. Gonna leave this land in our hand, just so we can trigger landfall on any more Searing Blazes for right now. Can't risk suspending that because they could have processors. So probably have 2 draw steps maybe here to hit a runner. Maybe 1 depending on what they add to the board this turn. I know sometimes this is magic, but sometimes this is really blessedly frustrating. It's a lot of Searing Blazes. Sure. Awkward Goblin Guide. Well, that's part of what you do when you sign up playing Burn. So, only one of the 5 games we lost can I specifically put it on. I'd have to go back and look, but there's only one game specifically that I think I lost by my own personal decisions. I think that was the Game 1, Match 1, where I chose to keep a 4-lander. I think was the decision point that kind of punished us the most. So we're probably going to get Thought Knotted next turn. Which sucks, but, you know, whatever. Gonna lose our Boros charm here, which sucks. Maybe, but there's no guarantee our Goblin guy does any damage at that point. Beyond that turn, like they'd have to have 2 removal spells there, which if they do, that's fine, because one of them had to be Path to Exile. Alright, so basically we have to kill them this turn. That, or top deck another Boros charm. Sure. Presuming I'd bring in whatchamacallit, I guess. It's ironic because that's not the first person I've seen having graveyard hate against burn. Some people must really hate losing to Grim Lavamancer. So we saw Sculler. We've seen a bunch of Eldrazi. Ironically, we have not seen Thalia or Leonin Arbiter yet. Still don't know if I want these Eidolons even in my deck at all. What would I bring in? Firecrafts or Lavamancers? Maybe let's bring in Lavamancer. It's not the greatest card, and they did show us Relic, but it's like, I really hate those, whatchamacallits being in my deck. This is a very risky hand against a deck with that much land destruction. I think we keep it, but it is risky. I play 2 Lavamancer. Yeah, especially now that they've shown us. Relic 2 games in a row. They must get destroyed by Lavamancer. Turn 2 Thought Knot. It's such a flippin' brutal card. They're obligated to take Path here. Yeah. So now we have to 2 for 2 ourselves here. I can't risk Riftbolt right now. Though that would be among the most mana efficient plays. Because they could have I forgot about Wasteland Strangler. That's specifically the reason they would want whatchamacallit in their deck. Lingering Souls. It's definitely going to be a way to Slow down our Swift Spear, unfortunately. So do I just kill their Thought Knot here to mitigate their clock, or do I try to race? So I can deal them 7 here. So right now I have 6 points this turn, 4 points next turn guaranteed. I could 2 for 1 to kill their Thought Knot. He saw my hand, but he didn't know about the Inspiring Vantage. But at this point, they've already proven they're not willing to trade their Thought Knot Seer here. So do I waste a bolt to kill their Thought Knot and slow down their clock? Or do I Searing Blaze the other token? I gotta Blaze this turn. I'm just like debating which process I use here. I think I kill the Thought Knot, even though it does slows down their clock, and it's a 2 for 2 because the Blaze did damage, plus we get to draw a card here. I think if they would have had another Thought Knot or some other hand disruption, they probably would have played that last turn instead of Lingering Souls. Most beneficent play is to suspend this Riftbolt, but they have Wasteland Strangler. We're getting it blown out so badly. On the flip side, though, if they had Strangler, I think they would have already played it to kill the Swift Spear, so I'm just going to do that and hope to the Lord they don't have it. If they have it, then we get wrecked here, but there's only so much I can do. Okay, Lingering Souls, that's fine. They could have Warping Whale here. JK. Good old Black-White Eldrazian taxes, huh? So I want to thank everyone for tuning in this morning. We're heading into match 4 of this league. Started out 0-2 against Hollow One decks. So, not the most auspicious start. Hopefully we can rally back for the 3-2 and get a treasure chest. Yeah, I don't know, Matthias. I'd have to go back and look at those Hollow One games and the first game against Eldrazi and Taxes, but I don't know, other than that mulligan decision in game 1, if there was any different play lines that actually leads to us winning. I mean, both game 2s against all of the games against Hollow One were close. We were just a little bit too far behind. This hand's pretty good. Up against Mr. Monopoly. Burn Mirror, delightful. Can I get a Lightning Helix deck? Guess this could be Gobos, too. Nope, definitely burn. Mono red burn? Pretty good draw. Huh. Yeah, unfortunately, I just made a blunder that could cost me the game. Should have fetched, so if they don't block, they're dead. But if they do block, League's been better. Four, six. We got very lucky they decided not to block there. Didn't punish us for our Boros Charm faux pas. So far we lost to Hollow One twice, and then just beat Eldrazi and Taxes in a close matchup. Alright, Burn Mirror, 2 Path to Exile, 2 Searing Blood, these Eidolons out on the draw. Beyond that, we'll wait and see if they have the core Firewalkers before we bring in copies number 3 and 4 of Path. Yeah, this hand's pretty good. A little bit vulnerable to creature removal, but... yeah, I guess I didn't do the math on that food bit. Yeah, both players have the good draw, and our opponent has the advantage of being on the play here. I'm gonna leave this Goblin Guide back, but there's a chance it just dies, so... yep. Probably should have attacked, but... yeah, we're pretty behind here. We obviously have to Helix this turn. I guess we could Blaze and hope they don't have burn spells, but that's kind of loose. So many things that kill us here. Us having the same draw as they did on the draw was just bad. That's one of those hands we could have won if they kept a medium burn hand. Yeah, but the problem with holding Helix is then we just get like blown out by Skullcrack. So I think it might just be play guide, Helix one of the guides. Might be the safest play here. Or if we didn't have to fetch Shock, I would say... yeah, I know. Your play is probably the best, coming to think of it. If they have it, we lose, so yeah. Or if they like bolt us here at end of turn, then we know we're dead, pretty much. Maybe. It's possible they don't have Bolt here. Why would... okay, whatever. I was gonna say, they could have just bolted in response to the Eidolon trigger and ended the game too, but... whatever. Still think we leave in path, just in case. No, they may have been... their play was probably technically correct. This is a borderline hand in the burn mirror. I think we keep it, but I was gonna say, if they only kept a one lander, we might be in business here, but they had the second land, of course. Huh. Well, we know we're getting Surging Blaze next turn. Actually, I have seen Burn decks play that, but Core Firewalker is just so much better. Okay, yeah, they have a land here. Good chance we're just dead here. Yep. Well, that's the 3-2 dream going down the toilet, but you lose the first two, you really have no margin for error, so. And the burn mirror is always close. Alright, Foodbit, have a good thing. Well, you had Soulfire Grandmaster. Soulfire, to be fair, Soulfire Grandmaster would have died. Foz, you know that. It all depends on your preference. I like the cleaner mana base. Other people like having their... Oh, we're up against Dredge. Delightful. Yeah, different people have different perspectives. Some people like having the extra removal. Other people like having the ability for their naturalized effects to deal damage. This Creeping Chill is such a beating. Second Creeping Chill, sure. Why what? Oh, you're talking to never mind. Talking to somebody in chat. I was trying to figure out something there, Foz. Or if you even fetch it preemptively to save life, your opponent can, So yeah, the blood gas is more damage, but the yeah, we could be dead as soon as next turn. Hopefully we draw a Boros Term and just end this. Of course not. It's just kind of how this league has gone. Yeah, it's a card they have played in the past before. But we have no outs. Well, 1 and 4, not the most, not the best league, that's for sure. And sometimes it happens. That's just life. So yeah, you'll have those leagues sometimes. See, this is where things get a little bit goofy, because now we've played against, like, in the same league, we played against 3 graveyard decks and a burn mirror. And, like, I generally like to use these 2 slots as either Rest in Peace or Core Firewalker. And now I'm, like, getting pressed to the point where, do I want to start cutting other stuff to start fitting in more Graveyard Hates and possibly Core Firewalkers? Well, Foz, I never expected to maintain a 75% win percentage. That's just not practical in Magic. Like, good pros usually average around 65 to 70%. Granted, that's over their entire arc. So I never expected to maintain a 75% win percentage. That's almost unrealistic. I'm surprised across like 50 matches that our win percentage was that high. This is the first bad league we've had in friendly leagues that at least that went that poorly. But we did have that one. Well, Space Marine, to be honest with you, the first 2 matches were Hollow One. And Hollow One didn't get any new toys. Hollow One's just a good deck. As long as you can understand the, like, deal with the variants, Hollow One's a fine deck. As far as things go, like, what cards would I cut for extra copies of Wear Tear? Once again, Foz, we're going into the issue of taking extra damage. So, and Rakdos Charm only hits creature decks that go wide, and most of the decks we lost to isn't about them going wide. It's about them having like one or two big creatures and then just bashing us to death with them. Honestly, if I had the money right now, I'd probably go get Ensnaring Bridge. Just to... Like, honestly, I'd probably go get an Ensnaring Bridge if I had the cash right now, just to kind of lock down those graveyard decks to a certain degree. Like, it's only somewhat effective against Dredge because they do have the Conflagrate Creeping Chill plan. But I honestly think if I were to go change anything, it would be picking up Ensnaring Bridges. But right now, I just don't have the cash to do that. So that's life. I'm finally getting to the point where I think I need Ensnaring Bridges in my sideboard, just because it covers the bases of so many issues. Probably a couple of the pass at that point. Either a couple of the pass or the... I don't like it either, Matthias, but looking at the decks that I'm losing to, like if we look at the decks that I am losing to pretty significantly, Hollow One. Where is Hollow One on here? Like Jund. Yeah, Jund has some issues with it if they don't have their... But, I mean, it's not the be-all, end-all against them. Hollow One. Dredge. Eldrazi Tron it would help against. Like, I agree I don't like the card. Alright, Space Marine, have a good day, man. I definitely prefer to be more proactive, too. But the things I'm losing to, I'm wondering if I don't want. Like, Merfolk, and Jund, and Dredge to a certain extent. You know, and it would free up... Having a couple copies of Ensnaring Bridge would free up those Rest in Peace slots. So I might even be able to put Core Firewalker back in the deck. But, like I said, it's a moot point right now because I can't afford to buy Ensnaring Bridges. I guess I could rent them for Mana Traders and transport them over to this account. But maybe we'll try that next league. But it's really hard. You really don't want to be too results-oriented, especially after, like, you know, 2 leagues that didn't go particularly well. That's just variance in Magic. Kind of sucks, but that's just the way it is. But, yeah, with that, we're going to wrap up for the morning/afternoon. I might be back later before F&M, but I definitely need to take a little bit of a break after that kind of a beating. But I want to thank everyone for hanging out. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Helps the channel to grow a lot. If you like seeing the content, even when we're getting beat down, sometimes it's useful to like take a look at different things, like Foz's suggestion of Rakdos Charm, considering Ensnaring Bridges and such. Sometimes it's just a positive to, you know, reevaluate when you're losing as well. So this has been Dusk for Dusk On Game. Hope everybody has a great afternoon. Yeah, I could see that, Matthias. I just don't know that you're still losing to the you're still losing to the creeping chill slash whatchamacallit end of thing, conflagrate end of things. So I honestly think in Ensnaring Bridge catches like Hollow One and other big decks, big creature decks. So that's the only reason I'm even thinking Ensnaring Bridge right now. Alright guys and gals, this has been Dusk for Dusted on Gaming. Everybody have a great afternoon.